Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your host tonight is going to find a way to get the Cubs in every single broadcast.
Hey Chicago, what do you say?
Can often be found being a little confused on some of our breaks.
What am I pulling in this break room, ladies and gentlemen?
And has earned himself the moniker Mr. Grumpy. Your host tonight, Steven Ryan.
Good morning, you UA Maniacs, and welcome to the Ultimate Autographs Break Room. My name is Steven Ryan. We got Rob on the ones and twos today, and it's week 18. The NFL season has flown by once again. The playoffs will be starting next week, but Rob, there's one thing that always happens in the Ultimate Autographs Break Room. It's always football season. Good morning, Scooter. How are we this beautiful Sunday morning? And we got 5 series on the website. We got the minis, we've got jerseys, we got a couple of different authentic series for you guys as well, and we have that weekend warrior with 5 boxes left and a 1 in 5 chance at that Larry Bird warm-up. So first and foremost, Rob, how has your weekend been so far?
It's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good so far. So starting off 2026 on a very, very good note. So
did you watch the Bulls just blow it to the Hornets yesterday?
Yeah. That's why I'm I'm a little sick to my stomach this morning watching that. Mostly watching that 5-minute stretch there in the third quarter.
Oh, that was abysmal.
When we couldn't score.
I was helping my wife reorganize our closet in our main room.
Yeah.
And I was like just looking. I was like, we haven't scored yet. It's been 8 minutes since we scored. Just brutal.
Yeah, no, having a lineup for a stretch with guys that, couldn't create any of their shots. I think it was like Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips, Trey Jones, and Io.
Real man's lineup.
It was like our iteration of like a Houston Rockets small ball lineup when they used to run PJ Tucker and Robert Covington at the 5, and instead they inserted Patrick Williams, and that's. You want to talk about the Goodwill version of that? That is the Goodwill version of that. So, but yeah, the Bulls are doing typical things where we can go through a stretch of beating Cleveland twice in a week, Atlanta twice in a week, and then we come home and we finish off a 6-game homestand and we can't beat Charlotte.
Chicago Bulls basketball.
Which, by the way, if you are a League Pass fan like I am, they are a elite League Pass team. That Charlotte Hornets
yes,
club.
They are. Absolutely.
Yeah, they are a very fun team to watch, and I can't wait for them to move on from the mellow ball because then once they do, they can actually start winning some basketball games.
Yes, they can.
So,
unless they play the Bulls. But besides that, we're gonna get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give you guys a top to bottom rundown because I do believe we do not have any pre-filled Bills.
We do not.
I do know we did get ourselves a personal Matt D. Zeke. First timer here in the room, my man. Congratulations. You did buy a mystery box with us. And honestly, that might be the best way to get yourself started here in the Ultimate Autograph Break Rooms. Obviously, the peak performance is to buy your first spot. You'll win your autographed piece of memorabilia for literally a fraction of the cost. But sometimes you just got to see one go through the net, and that is the way to do that. We'll get into all that here in a matter of moments. But let's start today how we start every show at Ultimate Autographs. That would be the dice roll, ladies and gentlemen. The dice roll is here to determine how many times we will randomize your guys' name per break. We have rolled 2 virtual dice. It has to be a 6 or higher in this situation. So we roll the dice, 7. I know traditionally they do ask, what number do you think it's going to be? It's going to be 7. The dice number is going to be 7.
There you go, call that shot.
I always call 7 because of the Ricky method, because that is the most possible combinations the 2 dice can land on. Number 7.
Wow.
Right? 2 and 5, 3 and 4, 6 and 1. A lot of different possibilities on that front. Now, the Chase wheel spin.
Sounds like a card counter to me.
Well, Ricky is a man of the gambling ventures. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. So, we have 5 things on the website, okay? We have our standard jerseys. We have our standard minis. We have our standard diamond authentics. We also have the Weekend Warrior, ladies and gentlemen, which is down to the last 5 boxes. And we know 3 of the names, including 2 great running backs and maybe the greatest white boy of all time, Larry Bird. Let's just be honest. And it's not just on a jersey, Rob. It's on a warm-up, okay? I have seen the warm-up a few times, but it doesn't get old. I'll say that much. It does not get old seeing Larry Bird on a warm-up. So I'm going to spin this wheel. How the Chase wheel spin works is whatever series this does land on will be the chase for that show. And it looks like it's going to be the Weekend Warrior. So however many times we fill out that Weekend Warrior, whether it's 1 time or 5 times, you have to complete the break to get the benefits of that chase. Now, once we fill out our first Weekend Warrior, your names will be entered into a list. I will randomize that list 7 times. Whoever has the top spot is going to win a chance, is going to have a chance to win up to $100 in UA store credit. That store credit you can use to whatever you need. You want to get more breaks? Be my guest. You want to shop around the shop, get a mystery box? Absolutely. Those are your prerogatives, what you do with it there. Unfortunately, it cannot be withdrawn for cash. So use that wisely. Now, let me put that Chase wheel spin in, and then I will give you guys a little top to bottom rundown. That actually works out perfectly. It was the Weekend Warrior last night, I'm guessing. That was the Chase wheel spin. So that works out perfectly. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, thank you for waking up with us on a groggy Sunday morning. Depending on where you guys are staying, it could be cold. If you're in the southern hemispherical part of the country, then it might be warmer than you were anticipating. But all I know is here in suburban Illinois, it is a little bit frigid. So this is the Ultimate Autographs live break page. If you are new, this is where you're going to be doing all of your business. I personally recommend you can ask the savvy veterans of this room, okay? They have multiple screens when they're doing business here at Ultimate Autographs, okay? I'm not sure if whether they operate on their phone or their desktop. It's totally up to them. But they have this page saved, bookmarked, whatever you need to do. Throw it up in the middle little button tab there just so they can access it whenever they want. Because the Ultimate Autographs live break page does change every day. Like I said, we have that Weekend Warrior. I'm going to refresh this real quick. That Weekend Warrior jumper is already sold out. So you see, it escalates really quickly here. Like we said, 3 and 5 chance at O.J. Simpson, Bo Jackson, and Larry Bird. Odds are one of those names is going to be coming out here in those last 5 boxes. Just a really quick rundown. We have 7 left in that Diamond Quad. Justin Jefferson, J.J. McCarthy dual signed is available. LaDainian Tomlinson, Jamar Chase, Speedflex is out there as well as Edgerrin James and A.J. Brown. Those names, ladies and gentlemen, are spectacular. And the other 6 names that we don't know about, I'm willing to bet are good as well because the diamonds don't miss. 6 to go in that double, 7 to go in that can't miss autographed authentic quad box break, $404 a spot. What are we down here into that? 17 left. We know 8 of the names. And when the name is can't miss, it speaks for itself. It cannot miss. Okay, Saquon Barkley, Michael Strahan, Lawrence Taylor, dual signed authentic, as well as a Deion Sanders Cowboy. That's why I recommend hopping into that quad, ladies and gentlemen, because the possibility, right? You can only double up in a double. You can only triple up in a triple up, but you could do all 3 up to 4 in a quad, right? So you could potentially win Saquon Barkley, the dual sign giant, and the Deion Sanders Cowboy. And honestly, the NFC East might be the most popular division that we have here in the room. So you could possibly quad up in that situation as well. Other possibilities for doubling up, Peyton Manning and Jonathan Taylor, both Colts. We got Asher Genty, Troy Polamalu out there as well. That's not a double-up possibility, but those are just some sweet names that I would like to see come out here in this one. 3 to go in the double for that one, so I will drop the link for that, ladies and gentlemen. That is good to go for you guys as well. Just want to give you guys a quick, brief rundown. We can get more into detail later. 8 to go with the single, 6 to go with those mini doubles. The minis are standard double box breaks. 8 to go in the Weekend Warrior single. 6 to go in the jerseys, and 5 to go in the diamond singles. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're in the middle of a break and you have a question about something that is available, please just drop it in the chat and ask. I will happily get into that for you guys, and we can get the ball rolling. So we do have that Weekend Warrior double.
Yes,
that is ready to go. Thank you, Rob, for getting that ready for me. Looks like we have Bradley Penrod in there, Jacob C. Welcome on in, and then Ronnie Sayer. Ronnie Sayer is absolutely just swinging the bat early this morning.
Yes,
Ronnie,
is.
I hope you are doing well, my friend. So first and foremost, we need 2 numbers. Let me see here, 2 numbers for the Weekend Warrior double box break. This is going to be number 4. So once I drop that in the chat, you guys see it. You can call out the 2 numbers. We have Bradley, Jacob, and Ronnie. Ronnie, are you going for Larry? I can't blame you. The Larry, you can't miss with that Larry bird. All right, Ronnie Sayer says 2 and 11. Yeah, those ones are out there on the 2 and 11. All right. I'm Steven, Ronnie. Batman won that Joe Namath lid last night. Oops. Second box. Yeah, I mean, that's why you can't wait. You really, really can't wait. All right, 2 and 11 for the Weekend Warrior. Yeah, I'm Robbie.
What's going on, Robbie?
So if I say stuff, it all goes on him, right? That's all. I just want to comment. If I'm then, I can start,
Might have to start putting in my 2 weeks if that's the case. This in my bed, still waking up. Sorry.
I figured.
No, you're
To be fair,
good,
to be fair to Ronnie, it is 7:15 in the morning.
that is true. That is true.
I was up that early, but I was again not because I was choosing to be up that early. All right, let's get you guys to that randomizer. Again, 7 times. That was the dice roll. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to Ultimate Autographs, this is how the breaks work, right? Once those break spots fill out, typically to 8 spots, I call out for box numbers, 1, 2, or 4, 3, depending on what the break is. And so I then ask for 2 box numbers. Ronnie gave me 2 and 11. That's when I randomize. We're going to randomize this list 7 times, okay? Best of luck, everybody. Here we go. You said coffee time. Yeah, I got my Rise energy drink here. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. So let's keep this very simple, Rob, okay? Jacob C., you have the Celtics, you have Carolina, you have the Steelers and the Flyers.
Ooh, Celtic spot.
The Celtics spot, right? Bradley, you have the White Sox, the Seahawks, the Islanders, and the Pistons. Ronnie, you have everything else, my friend. So we're going to start with box number 2.
So all 3 of them are going to have a chance at a headliner spot.
All right. Box number 2. Let's see what we got here.
Really hoping for that Bo.
Want to see Bo?
Bo knows.
Bo knows. Oh, yeah. Well, guess what? Bo does know. Bo does know indeed on the beautiful
Bo knows.
custom black White Sox jersey.
Bradley.
There it is. Bradley Penrod with a beautiful hit right there of Bo Jackson. Congratulations, Bradley, on that one, my friend.
Couldn't have picked a better team myself, Bradley, if I tried to. Rob, Beetlejuice times 3. I'm saying, Foog. I'm saying, man. Yeah. You know, Bo Jackson, most of the time, and Steven, I think you have a little bit longer in the tooth experience here than I do when it comes to seeing memorabilia, but just the Bo Jackson items that I have seen, almost exclusively on Raiders. We'll get probably some college Bo Jackson stuff from time to time, but not too much White Sox stuff. This is the first time I've seen Bo on anything White Sox related. And yes, believe it or not, he did play for the South Side once upon a time. He was actually he hit the first home run in New Comiskey Park, also known as U.S. Cellular Field, later on in 1993 when it opened. And that same year, he actually hit a division clinching sacrifice fly that actually won the White Sox the 93 Western Division title.
And I will say this as well. If we are to get Bo Jackson, he's typically a Royal.
Yeah.
So this is new to me as well.
That too.
I have not seen him on the White Sox uniform before. So there you go, Bradley. Congratulations on that one.
Now, despite what you may think about it, and if there's one thing that Steven and I will disagree on, it's our favoritism towards our baseball teams. You can't deny that at least the black and white looks very good. It's a classic look. It's a good look.
I personally think this hatred of yours towards the Chicago Cubs, I'm not sure what fans ruined that for you, but it wasn't me.
No, it was not.
And
because
I'm telling you this right now, I might go to more White Sox games this year than Cubs games.
I'll say this
Because I want to watch Munataka Murakami.
Yeah.
I am a baseball fan.
Get some tickets in the right field bleachers. You'll be able to catch a lot of home run balls from him.
I'm gonna sit lower deck for $20 and take my family. We're gonna have a nice time.
Heck yeah.
Enjoy the sun on the south side. It's gonna be a beautiful day.
Yeah, man.
But
you are welcome.
We have one more box to do in this one. Box number 11. Thank you for Ronnie calling that one out.
Well, if this one is not between O.J. Simpson or Larry Bird, we're going to have ourselves a guaranteed photoed headliner in the next upcoming box. And we do have one double left up in the series and one single after this.
Cool. The last 3 boxes?
Yes, sir. What do we got there?
Oh, just one of the best pieces of memorabilia in all of sports. How about Larry Bird's warm-up?
Let's go.
Oh, yes. Look at this absolute beauty right here. Larry Bird, Larry Legend. Bang, bang, bang. Woo, that is clean.
Man, that's
got
nice.
The nice waist there. Let's take a look at the front. You got that gold lettering on there.
Oh, man, that's a beauty.
That's classic. Instantaneous. And that's going to be Jacob Zirkus? I'm not sure if that's correct or not. But either way.
The new guys.
A couple of first-timers. And I do have to feel for my man, Ronnie. I do feel bad. He closed this one out. And unfortunately, he did not get it done in this specific instance. But I do know this. Ronnie is a good sport. Ronnie is going to have good faith and keep pushing forward. But either way, Ronnie, I do apologize, but congratulations to Jacob and Bradley. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, that thing is an absolute beauty, man. Larry Bird, Larry Legend. The Hick from French Lick, whatever you want to end up calling our guy LB. Last NBA player, Steven, to win 3 consecutive MVP awards from 84 to 86. And in that warm-up jacket, the famous thing about him, he won 3 consecutive three-point contests as well. And each and every year, he would go to the All-Star Game locker room in that warm-up jacket and ask, all right, which one of you guys is finishing in second? And
Fair question.
He would always go out in that obviously not that is not a game worn warm up jacket. Just to clarify for you guys
It
at
is
home,
not. No,
but he would wear his warm up jacket during the 3-point contest, and it's called a warm up jacket for a reason, not a play in jacket. So just to make things a little bit harder on himself, but yeah, he was really a guy before his time when it came to his shooting. So. Really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, I love his autograph too.
Yeah.
Good accentuation on the L and the B. As you see right there, beautiful, beautiful hit. Congratulations. All right, so that's going to Jacob. Now we're down to the last 3 boxes. We are still looking for O.J. Simpson, ladies and gentlemen. O.J. Simpson is still lurking out in that Weekend Warrior series as well. All right. Now, let me get that folded up.
Fold it up.
And then we can go. And that is JSA certified. The cert will be in the bag. So I'm not sure when Jacob and what's his name here? Bradley. I'm not sure when they ordered, but their Sundays are off to really good starts.
Yeah, no,
I'll say that much.
I mean, you got an energy drink. I got myself a little Dunkin' refresher. Ronnie and Doug, they got themselves some coffee. Jacob and Bradley got Bo Jackson and Larry Bird to get kickstart their Sunday morning. We all have our different things. They're off to a better start than most people.
Right. Absolutely. So let's take I did a quick little rundown, ladies and gentlemen. Well, yeah, I can't control that. So I hit it. We'll see if it works. All right, let's go back to the top to bottom rundown here. Appreciate everyone who has hopped on in. Like Rob mentioned, he put up the last double.
Correct.
And he put up the last single. Let's see how this goes and plays out, Rob. But if another spot is not bought this show, you can just take down the double for that, and then you guys can rock out those singles until that is closed out.
Gotcha.
So the lone name we were looking for in this one, the general. The Weekend Warriors is O.J. Simpson. You see up top here. O.J. Simpson. I don't need to say it. We all know. But
said he was a former MVP.
He's a former MVP.
Yeah. What else?
He ran for 2,000 yards, and I think it was it 12 or 14 games? The 14-game season?
I think it was a 14 game season.
12 games. 12 games is obnoxious. But either way, what he did on the football field was absolutely incredible. He's one of the greatest running backs of all time. And also, we also get his former USA teammate in the jerseys frequently, Ron Yari.
I mean, he was, yeah. Well, I mean, what a killer combination right there. I mean, his blazing speed is what he was known for, on the field and on the highway. So, shout out to.
It's just so easy, Rob.
Yeah, no, it's right there, and I'm telling you guys right now, I'm going to be here for 2 more shows. And it's going to go one of 2 directions today. It's either I'm going to become more unhinged and more unfiltered, or I'm going to have to become more filtered if I get some notifications sent my way from the top of the flagpole. So I guess we'll see which direction we go in today. But I know the direction you guys are going to go in is a very positive one, Steven, because Dustin Aronson was kind enough to close out that minis for us.
Okay.
So we're going to have that coming up. And we've been steadily building up on some orders here. We're getting some movement going in the jerseys. We're 3 spots away from that can't miss double, which is the full authentic series. We also have 4 spots to go in the diamond double.
That's great, because I was just about to talk about the diamond double, as you can see on my screen over here.
Go crazy.
I want to see this LaDainian Tomlinson.
LT.
This thing looks unreal. I like the blue and the yellow lightning bolts.
That is nice.
Rob's close to my age.
I am.
He's not quite my age, but he's close to my age.
I am.
Bottom line, if you grew up when we did in the early to mid 2000s, traditionally speaking, and actually I saw this jersey at Jewel yesterday. Yeah, no, don't worry, I saw it.
Really? You're going to have to start going to your Jewel.
The powder blue LaDainian Tomlinson
The hell kind
was probably the standard amongst children.
Jewel, are you shopping at?
Dude, the one by Naperville, man. I don't know what was happening.
I'm going to.
But it was very faded and very beat up. I was like, oh, I see what you're about, my friend. Basically, every kid that I know that liked the NFL had this powder blue jersey in their portfolio, their wardrobe, and wore it once a week. I eventually did get one as well, but LaDainian Tomlinson had that amazing 2006 season.
Yes, he did.
That was my first ever fantasy pick. Was that 2006 season, LaDainian Tomlinson?
Hey.
And I learned about him the year before because my dad had him on the team. Just an overall stud. He could run it, he could catch it, and sometimes he could throw it as well. Whoever you think is the best running back of the 2000s, I'm not going to debate you about it, but in my opinion, he is the best overall running back of the 2000s.
Yeah, I think that, I think him just playing a vast majority of his career for the Chargers was very symbolic because, he played like a bolt of electricity coming out of the backfield. One of the best dual threat backs. There wasn't a single thing he couldn't do. Now, I'm not going to come out and say, who's the best pass protection running backs of all time? Because at the end of the day, I don't think anybody really necessarily values that more highly than evading in between tackles and guards and catching passes out of the backfield. But when it comes to that conversation, I agree with you. It's funny that you mentioned the LT powder blues. So funny enough, my
really quick though, that would be a fun game though. Is we need to top 5, and then you got to do a specific play style. So like catching running backs. Pass blocking, running backs.
Yeah,
like or run blocking, wide receivers, stuff like that. That would, and you have to pull it out of a hat.
Yeah,
that would be wild.
Man, that would be. Yeah, I was gonna say could be here all day and get super creative with that. But yeah, funny enough, Michael Vick was my first jersey, and then
he was my second.
So my 6 months after the whole puppy chow situation that he had going on with him, my mom actually, when she first caught wind of that. That jersey immediately. The jersey quickly popped out of my closet as soon as it got put in there. And in replace of that, because I was so distraught, because I was still pretty young at the time, I didn't really understand what was going on with Vic's legal situations. So my mom was like, you know what? Whoever this Tomlinson guy is, and lo and behold, my second jersey, which thank God never got replaced at any point in time, was a powder blue LT jersey.
Yep. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, so those were my first two guys that I got involved with.
I think you and I played this game when we first worked together on a show. Did I ever ask you what do you know my first basketball jersey? It is a bull. I'll just give you that right now.
If you tell me it, I might remember, but I'm not off the top of my head.
Okay, it is. You don't want to guess? You don't want to guess a mid-2000s Chicago Bulls player?
God. Mid-2000s.
It's not Derrick Rose.
It's
not Derrick Rose.
That's the obvious guess. So I'll go with Luol Deng.
You're on the right path. It's not Luol though. It's a teammate of Luol's.
Noah.
He just celebrated his 45th birthday.
45th. Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
That was my guy growing up.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
that's so funny.
Just a fun two-way point guard that could occasionally knock down a nice 3-ball.
I saw the birthday shout out on Twitter. So
absolutely,
that gave it away. Shout out to Captain Kirk, man. I love Captain Kirk.
And I loved him. I loved him when he was more of a guy on the team, and then I loved him when we brought him back the second time, and he was like the off the bench defender but backup point guard. I was like, this is just the perfect role for you.
Him and Rip Hamilton in the latter parts of their career together. Yeah, those were good times. Good times.
Those were what we call winning times.
Yeah. Which by the way, great HBO show.
Yeah. All right. So sorry, real quick. 7 times on the randomizer, guys. Dakota, you have the NFC North. Jacob, you have the NFC South. Dakota, the NFC East. Dustin Aronson, that NFC West. Dakota, the AFC North. Dustin, the AFC South. Dakota, the AFC East. And Chat Williams, the AFC West. Let's see what we got here. We got boxes 6 and... I swear to God, it's a 28. 28. There it is. Cool. All right, let's do this, huh?
We're also going to have a diamond double.
Let's go.
I
thank you guys. The diamonds, ladies and gentlemen. If it's not LaDainian Tomlinson coming out, I want to see what else is in there. I love the extra goodies in that series. Ooh, I'm liking this one. Is it who I think it is? Yes. God, Rob, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I have an obsession with the Carolina Panthers memorabilia, and this is their standard. By the way, this is their standard helmet, and honestly, it is beautiful. Now, I think today's results, I know the Buccaneers won yesterday, but the Buccaneers need some help, right? They need the help of Tyler Shuck and the New Orleans Saints. If the Falcons win, the Panthers are in. Is that correct? Is that what I've gathered from my understanding?
Yeah, so Atlanta and then Tampa Bay will get it.
Cool. All right, well, you know who's on fire? It's this Jacob Zirkus. Jacob Zirkus.
Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Yeah. You will be, first-time player, but hopefully a long-time player with us. So, congrats, dude. Very, very nice hit. And who was that again on the?
Rico Dowdle.
Oh,
Rico Dowdle.
Uncle Rico.
Maybe a game-changing pickup for your fantasy team this
year.
Hell yeah. I think it was like week 9 or 10, but he had was leading the NFC in rushing at a point, and he started a few weeks prior. He had that really crazy start. Once they finally started giving him the rock, he had that really good start.
So we're getting some bad static. Feel free to let us know, guys. Bad static on Twitch.
The Twitch portion, I unfortunately cannot.
Yeah, we can try adjusting our mics a little bit. Feel free to let me know how we sound, guys.
For those jersey scooter. Oh no, for Brett, Darrell Revis, Devon Achane, Jamar Chase, LaDainian Tomlinson, Joey Bosa, Richard Seymour, Emmitt Smith, Sean Alexander, and Will Anderson Jr. Secondary headlines: T. Higgins and Frank Gore.
And by the way, Fuglin, going back to your comment a few comments ago, no, these are not my. Just to make sure I'm not causing any distress. This is not one of my last 2 shows at UA. I was just saying I have 2 more shows coming up for the rest of my week, and then I will be back tomorrow. But no, I was just saying for my final 2 shows of the day today after this. Just on my usual 9, 12, and 3 with you folks today. That'll be Alex Needling a little bit later. He'll be stopping in. So I know that you and Alex, you were working the graveyard. You were working the night shift on Sundays, and then Alex was here.
Thank God it's not a real graveyard, but yes. All right, guys. Hey, so
might be Rob's mic, I think.
All I know, hey guys, you can email them because I've told management multiple times and they don't listen to me. So you guys can email customer service and let them know.
I appreciate. Yeah, no, I'll
Second box.
See what I can work on over here.
I've unplugged my mic and plugged my mic back in. Ooh, what do we got here? I think we got ourselves. I think this is who it is. Yep, we got ourselves Randy White on the
very cool
Cowboy Slate mini helmet right there. Beautiful bold white autograph. And that's going to be Dakota Burgess with the win. Congratulations on that one. Beautiful hit.
Very nice, very nice. And Dakota had been playing in the chat for a little bit now. Dakota, I think, still relatively new to UA. Been playing for a few weeks now. So, yeah, a lot of this is what we love to see, man. A lot of the young bloods getting some dubs.
Wins.
Getting some dubs here in the chat. So Rico Dowdle and Randy White.
Yep, there we go. And it looks like we got that diamond double.
You better not leave, Rob. We already lost Josh. Can't lose another good one. Yeah, shout out to our guy, Josh Scott. So he was kind of like the, I like to think of, well, on his last day, I called him Andrew Luck, a prime that was gone far too soon. But in his case, he kind of reminded me of the Simpsons grandpa meme, where he walks into the shop, he puts his hat down, and then he picks it up and walks back out. That's how quickly our guy Josh was here. So, but he's got a new venture down in Tampa Bay, so good luck to him. Thank you. Just started about a week ago. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Glad that you're enjoying your time here at UA. You can't leave either. Yeah. Yeah, no, Steven is actually signed to a lifetime contract here at
That is
UA.
not true.
No, he's got a full no trade clause, can't opt out. Here for life. Let's see, a diamond double coming up.
That is not true at all. They have not given me nearly enough, so. I am not to be swindled. This is a double, right?
Yeah, the diamond double, yeah. Let me change the title for that.
I got it. It's already fixed.
Oh, it is.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I just wanted to make sure.
I just had to duplicate that.
All right, so we got Michael Baldwin, Dustin Aronson, Edvardus, and Ronnie. 14 and 28. 14 and 28. We got you. Thank you for calling out those numbers. And it's going to put us down to 9 boxes left in this one. All right, let's bring up that randomizer. We're going 7 times. 7 times. Best of luck.
Oh, wow. 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 That's a first.
All right.
That's a first.
All right. So, Dustin Aronson in the NFC North, Michael Baldwin in the NFC South, Dustin Aronson in the NFC East, Michael Baldwin in the NFC West, Ronnie Sayer, the AFC North and AFC South and AFC West, and Edvardus, you have the AFC East. Let's bring that back down. 14 and 28 are en route.
Now, if I remember this correctly, this is basically considered the OG series.
Yes. Yes. This used to be a couple of years ago. This is the series that would fly off the shelves on a daily basis. Me and Colin would have to come in and build new ones for the show that night.
Oh, simpler times.
It was much simpler times. All right. Thank you for those box calls, Ronnie. We're going to start with 14. Get that out of the way. All right, here we go. Let's see what we have here. Well, I'll say this much. It's an excellent start. It is an excellent start. And it's an excellent start for Dustin Aronson. Because it is J.J. McCarthy and Jay Jettis on that Winter Warrior dual sign speed flex. Congratulations to the both of you. Dustin Aronson taking home the W, my friend.
There we go.
Beautiful, beautiful hit. Yeah, Jacob, you did win.
Yes, you did.
You won the Rico Dowdle, and I think you won more than that, my friend.
Yeah, you won the Rico Dowdle mini, and then you also got the Larry Bird jacket as well, my guy.
Mm-hmm. So, Dustin, congratulations. Beautiful hit.
Yeah, great speed flex to get the series started off for
Warrior, purple ink.
Heck yeah, man. No,
I wouldn't want to waste the ink on it necessarily, but I'd really like to see how yellow goes on this. Like how it would look.
I think
it would look good, but then like you don't want it to be too late.
I definitely don't think it would look as good as that purple, but yeah, I think it would offset it.
Maybe the
nice.
yellow visor. Maybe the yellow visor, or change the face mask to yellow. I don't know. That's just how I would do it, but either way, the helmet doesn't need changing at all either. So J.J. McCarthy,
the newest quarterback wide receiver combo for the Vikings for years to come. J.J. McCarthy has definitely shown some flashes this season. It's been a very injury-riddled start to his career so far.
Yep, and Jacob, Ronnie is interested in a trade. And I would definitely say this. I'm not sure if you're a Celtics fan. If you're the biggest Celtics fan on earth, obviously replacing Larry Bird's not going to be something you do. But Ronnie has pieces for trade. I'll say that much. He is basically the Oklahoma City Thunder of the break room. He has several first-round picks and hundreds of even more second-round picks if you need them.
Got a war chest of assets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go to box number 28 in this Diamond Series. Here we go. Whom do we have in here? Ooh, on the throwback, and it's a double up for Dustin Aronson. How about Michael Vick?
Nice
on that
throwback.
Beautiful throwback. Eagles authentic.
Nice, man.
That is clean. Very, very nice hit. Dustin Aronson, man, congratulations.
Nice little Beetlejuice there again, man.
Yeah.
Talked about Mike Vick, even though it was on the Atlanta Falcons earlier, but flies in the room on the table. Like you said, a throwback. I love the Fly Eagles Fly Wings, regardless if they're the traditional, the throwbacks. That looks like their 70s.
Yeah, I think it's like their real throwback.
Yeah, that's like their 70s logo that they got. They were talking like
before the Kelly Green.
Yeah, it's like we're talking like Vince Papale level Philadelphia Eagles days. So at Break Room Regular, we get Vince Papale. But that's awesome, man. One comeback player of the year when he came back, I think, 2010 with the Philadelphia Eagles. And one of his, it's funny because obviously, you could say that he was a better pocket passing quarterback with Philadelphia, but he was a much more dynamic player with Atlanta. But I think the most notable play of his career came when he was with the Eagles. Obviously, that Deshaun Jackson Hail Mary bomb that he had. One of his most iconic plays that Vic has ever had. So,
absolutely. So that is the Diamond Double. We do knock out a headliner, but a name like Michael Vick just hanging out in that, bonus banger spot. Absolutely beautiful throwback lid. And that's the power of the diamonds there, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of different things can happen on that front there. So, what are we going to do next?
Oh, we're re-getting some movement in that diamond again, this time on the single. First-time buyer in Corinne.
Welcome on in.
Welcome in, Corinne. Down to 3 spots to go there. And then she also got a spot in that diamond double. So, Corinne, feel free to let Steven and I know in the chat who it is that you're searching for. I can understand if you still got your eyeballs going after that LaDainian Tomlinson.
What break, Corinne got the diamonds?
Yes, the single and the double.
Great choice. Even if you don't win a name like LaDainian Tomlinson or Jamar Chase, which obviously that's who we all want to win. If I paid $103 and I walked away with a Michael Vick, again, obviously Michael Vick might be a little more controversial for others than some, but either way, like Rip Camelucci likes to say, it's all currency here. It's all currency. And so you can find a way to swing that Vic for another item of your liking, I would definitely say, on that front. So that will do it for that double. Get these in there for Rob. And then, what are we going to do next, ladies and gentlemen? That is the real question. What are we going to do next? It's only 9:45. We've done 6 boxes, 2 minis, 2 diamonds, and 2 weekend warriors. Let me drop the link to the live break page. Nope, not that one. Well, you guys should join the diamonds. The diamonds are awesome. But let's get you guys to the live break page in general. There's 35 of you hopping on in here, hanging out with us here on this Sunday morning. Again, if you're brand new, please feel free to ask any questions. I am here to answer anything for you guys as well. But before you buy, please confirm some things because there's a lot going on when you look at the live break page, ladies and gentlemen. Now, obviously, if you've been here before, you know your way around the page better than most. But yeah, this is the chance ultimately to ask questions and gain your traction as well. No, I don't want that.
Got 2 more orders coming in here.
There we go.
Very consistent pace here, and it's our guy, Mr. Sayer the Slayer, as we like to call him, and he's going to close out that diamond single. So appreciate you there, Ronnie. So we're going to keep the again a very consistent pace going on here. So I think this is going to be, even though we just did that diamond double, Steven, we're going to have 4 different series to start off: that Weekend Warrior double, the mini, the diamond double, and now the diamond single.
Okay, cool.
So let's keep it rolling, guys.
That diamond single's closed now?
Oh, the single, yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm guessing this is you say the name was Corinne?
Corinne, yeah. It's going to be a Corinne.
So Corinne just commented, trying to hit that chase for my father. He's going through some health issues and would love to get that for him. But anything would make him smile since he's a huge NFL fan.
Well, it's great.
We appreciate you hopping on in. This is a fantastic way to try and snag some autographed memorabilia for a fraction of the cost. And best wishes and best health going forward to your dad.
Absolutely.
As he continues to battle. And yeah, so you're making that ready to go.
Sure.
What diamond single is this?
Should be number 2.
2, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that ready for you.
Your break is coming up right now, Corinne, so do stay tuned.
Yeah, shout out to Ronnie for helping us get started on this.
Yeah.
And, the great thing about playing with a guy like Ronnie, who is he's a seasoned vet. He's the GOAT of all GOATs. Think of him as like the LeBron of this break room. The great thing with Ronnie is that if you're playing in a break with him, is that that if he's in the room at that time, that it's not going to take too long for a series to close out. So that's the great thing about playing with Ronnie.
So once we get that number, I will start randomizing you guys. And, again, the great thing about Ronnie is Ronnie likes to play with others. You guys can see it sometimes where Ronnie does buy a lot of spots, but Ronnie truly likes playing with others. That is the spirit of the break room, right? Yep. He understands the way it's played. It unfortunately did happen to him the first break here in the room, but Ronnie's very understanding of how this works. And that first break was a prime example, right? You just need a spot. You just need your one spot, and you will have a chance to take care of business. So
yeah, exactly.
Let's call a number here.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a huge believer in the best way to win in the break room. You got to pay to play. You got to pay to play, and a lot of it at the same time is just basically just making your own route in this room, whichever way you want to end up going about it. Obviously, be smart and conscious of how much money you decide to put in this, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. But again, if you see something that you really got your an eye on, don't let it go by, because it can easily go to somebody in that next upcoming break.
Yep. Thank you, Ronnie. Says box 27. Let's get you guys back up on that randomizer. We're going to go 7 times, all right? 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. So, Corinne, you are going to have that NFC North. Chad, you have the NFC South. Ronnie, the NFC East. Corinne, the NFC West. Michael Baldwin, the AFC North. Ronnie, the AFC South and AFC East. And Chad, you're rounding us out in that AFC West. Box number 27. And then it looks like we have a jersey coming up next as well.
Yes, we do. Busy morning, man. Busy morning.
See you right there, box 47. All right, ladies and gentlemen, best of luck to all parties involved. You have your divisions. Let's see what comes out, shall we? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. LaDainian Tomlinson.
Ooh, there he
on
is.
the custom speed flex.
There you go.
You got the Hall of Fame insignia on the crown there. Kind of tough to see. Well, you also have on the top here, Bolt Up. Love the lightning patterns of the blue and the yellow.
Love it.
Hall of Fame 17 on there as well. Great visor, Chad Miller. Woo! Woo! Great start to your day as well, my friend. That's the helmet I wanted to see, and it is here. Beautiful, beautiful lid. Congratulations, Chad, on your victory. LaDainian Tomlinson coming on out.
Yeah, amazing stuff there. The bomb diggity hit for you there, Chad Miller. Very, very cool stuff there, my man. So, Chad, I'm a huge fan of Chad Miller. It's Miller time here in the break room, so it's an awesome hit. So right on cue, Fook says it is indeed Miller time. Ronnie says, congrats, Chad. Let me know if you're interested in a trade. An amazing hit indeed, Jacom. Good to see you, my man. And I know it's a rough morning for our guy, Jacom, our fellow San Francisco 49ers fan. Said last night our offense was just sad. I'm not poking fun at any Bears fans that may not be in the room right now, but let's just say the Seattle defense is not the Bears defense. Let's just say that. But yeah, last night was definitely, guys got handcuffed a little bit there, but shout out to the Seahawks, though. I think that was a little bit of a surprise for all of them, for all fans coming into the year to see them not necessarily win the NFC West even, but for them to, I don't want to say dominated either, but it's been really surprising to see them move to 14-3. That I did not expect.
Yeah, the record's definitely...
That I don't think anybody expected going into the year.
Yeah, because that disappointing offense cost me my prize pick bonus last night.
Ooh, who screwed the pooch on that one for you?
Christian McCaffrey.
Wow.
No touchdown. But did I call Matas Puzelas over 1.5 threes? Yes.
Absolutely.
Over 1.5 assists? Yes. Over 12.5 field goals attempted? Yes.
He was at 1.5 assists?
Yes. I'm like, you could accidentally end up with that.
Coming off of a career high the game before.
I was like, after his 21-9-7 performance, I was like, yep, we can. As long as Kobe White's out and Giddey's out, someone's got to do something. All right, so it looks like we have a jersey and then a can't miss double. So let's get right into it, shall we, ladies and gentlemen?
Ooh, it's been a headliner morning so far. Got the Jefferson and McCarthy. Now it's got a new BFF in the diamond. I would probably say the two top speed flexes that you folks were looking for this morning. So still got a ton of great stuff.
That specialty can't miss authentic.
Oh no, it's
gonna be awesome. I'm excited to see those.
Yeah, for especially for that price point too. I mean, whatever you end up landing in there, you're gonna automatically get back multiple times your value. Like you said, what Rip says, that it's currency at the end of the day. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right, thank you, Jonathan. He said 7. I can grab that here in a moment.
Thank you.
7 times on the randomizer for box 7. All right. Keith P has the NFC North, Seth Taylor the NFC South and NFC East, Dakota Burgess the NFC West, Keith the AFC North, Jonathan Dodson the AFC South, Keith the AFC East, and Joshua Coates the AFC West. Let's get box 7. Box number 7. Ooh, I love the retro orange.
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be Randy Gradishar.
Oh, I thought it was Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, that's the initial vibes. Randy Gradishar. Great autograph, Hall of Fame 24 on there.
Randy Gradishar or Bobby Boucher?
Or Thad Castle.
Or that. Castle.
He's one more. He's one number away. That's 54.
That's right.
Joshua
Good call.
Coates in the AFC West taking home the Gratishar.
Don't get that stuck in my head because I will type in Thad Castle on the winner sheet.
I'll write it.
Randy.
But then shipping will be like, what?
Great reference. Wrong ticket.
Nah,
get it out of here.
If they get the reference.
Be ashamed if they didn't. Gratishar, excuse me, very, very good hit. One of the great things that I like about playing in the jerseys is that you can get an All-Pro, you can get a Hall of Famer easily for just $29.
Yep.
As a hidden gem in this series. Huge part of those Super Bowl Broncos teams back in the day.
Did they win the Super Bowl when he played?
I believe so, yeah.
Like the early 80s? Late 90s? Late 70s? I think they only had the
I'd be
3 or
thinking
4
of a
from
different
our,
era.
From our dynasty.
Let's see.
They might have. I don't know. The 75 to 85 era of the NFL.
They made one, but they didn't win one.
I was saying it's very blurry
Yeah.
to me. So
Yeah,
know.
Defensive Player of the Year in '78, 7-time Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer, as I mentioned.
well, before this recent stretch with the Broncos, you know, like the
First round pick.
the post Peyton Manning era, the Broncos, I think they went like, was it 40 something seasons without like a losing or without consecutive losing seasons or something ridiculous of that nature.
Yeah.
Obviously that changed this century, but either way, when we're talking about the Denver Broncos, top 5 franchise of all time.
They've always been a very well-run organization from the top on down. And
Top bottom, right?
yeah, and now you got a guy like for the longest time in Elway running the franchise, and you know, you always have to be kind of leery when it comes to all-time greats. You know, going from as an all-time great player to getting risen to an executive, but you know, one thing Elway's been able to do, he's really been able to establish talent and find talent in the draft.
Yes.
So.
That's the name of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I know we have that can't miss double. That is coming up next. So we got Drew King, Christopher Foxhill, Justin Turner, and Donald's. I want to say Sangria, but that's not accurate.
Sagrinia.
There it is.
Yeah, Donald was balling yesterday. Played with yesterday morning. So Donald, a newer guy, but he was a big time winner yesterday. I'm actually gonna peep the winner sheet from yesterday and see what our guy Donald did.
All right, 2 numbers that I can't miss. Authentic double. 2 authentic leads are coming up. I would consider this like basically a souped up version of the diamonds. There are no flexes, but I'm telling you guys, the depth in this series is awesome. You will not be disappointed.
And Donald yesterday. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's right. He won out a quad all to himself. And he had 4 headliners yesterday in that authentic series. He won a Adrian Peterson, a tri-signed Kelly Reed Thomas, Ray Lewis, and Rob Gronkowski.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 headliners in that authentic series, which, by the way, guys, 8 headliners, 17 boxes, what we're about to get into. And right on cue, there he is. Good morning, Donald.
Good morning to you.
Good to see you, my guy. Also, yesterday in the, Friday going into Saturday morning, also had a good time in the After Dark show as well. So, got himself a Keon Coleman rep in there.
There you go.
Very nice.
All right, so we do need 2 numbers. Drew King, Christopher Foxhill, Justin Turner, Donald Sagrinia. Guys, if you are new, check that number ticker down below. Looks like it's scrolling across right now. We got 1, 6, 11 through 18, 20, 25, 26, 28 through 31. That is what we have available in this Can't Miss Authentic. I'm going to drop that in the chat for everyone as well. If you're in that break, please let us know on a couple of those numbers. We do prefer you guys call your own numbers, right? Your lucky number mojo in that sense. Again, I don't have specific details. I don't have the analytics. But Jerry, it's not ignorant. It's fine. So I got a promo code for a free mystery box. How would I know which show it was opened on? So Jeremy, did you? This is also going to sound ignorant. I mean, for me, did you place the order?
Yeah.
Do you have an order number for us?
If you have an order number, then I can look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do apologize for doing that as well, but
Can answer your question with another question.
With a very easy, that 6-digit number, ladies and gentlemen. Don't tell me your name. Tell me those 6 digits. All right? Too short of a regular phone number. Tell me those digits, and I can help you out with that.
It goes a long way.
Yeah,
So,
it makes life so much easier.
Yeah, if you got that for us,
Perfect.
Jeremy, then pass that along. Yo, did you see this?
Yeah, no worries. We'll figure it out for you.
Did you see this morning from Marshawn Lynch? Ginger cuz.
Well,
Not,
go back, I want to see that again.
Yeah. Man, the comments section are talking about the Cooper Cup hits different. Cooper Cup hit, yeah, like this one. Okay. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Do you remember that one?
That's good stuff right there.
Like that one, Peyton Manning had those like little quick interviews or whatever with people. I forgot. I don't think it was Peyton's place. Maybe it was Peyton's places or whatever. But he was just, they got to take a shot, and he's like, "Yeah, I have Gatorade." Like, nah, Hennessy, motherfucker. Did you ever see that Applebee's commercial for when he was in Buffalo?
Applebee's commercial for when he was no.
Oh.
No.
Oh my
not.
God.
I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Oh
No.
my god. I love the ambiance and the decor. Oh my gosh.
282013. I got you, Jeremy. Let me look that up.
All right,
for
I'm
you.
gonna put you guys in the randomizer while Rob listens to the sound delights of the main event. All right, there's enough on there. All right, guys, I'm going to spin 2 wheels on numbers for this, all right? Closest one's going to get the box.
No, it's in context, and you see him go crazy in it.
All right, so box 12.
During the bye week.
And box number 30, which is...
He's tapping everyone up in the way in.
Which
Hey.
is good, yes. He just poured himself Long Island's out there. All right, so we're going to do 30 and 12, ladies and gentlemen. Box 30 and 12.
Love the sun. Those Southwest egg rolls ain't nothing, man. The first time I've ever seen an Applebee's that has an arcade attached to it. What Applebee's is this?
The Buffalo one.
Buster Douglas and Dave Can. That's a wild athlete combo. Dude, that's awesome. I've never seen that.
I love the ambiance and the decor.
I cannot, man. Being a teammate of Marshawn Lynch would have to
just
be,
sounds like a great time.
that sounds like an amazing time.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going to feed my kimono today. Oh, man. Marshawn is the man. All right, box 30 and box 12. Let's get you guys randomized, and let's see what's coming out of these bad boys, huh?
So this was let's see. Yeah, so right before you go into that, so this was, I'm going to have to go a little while back here. So this was for the handoff jersey series, which was our last jersey series, Jeremy. You did end up redeeming this. This was a part of live break number 19. So I'm going to have to go back to probably yesterday at some point to find this. So just give me a second.
All right, so Justin Turner, former Cub in the NFC North. Donald Sugrinia, you have the NFC South, NFC East, and NFC West.
I knew it was
Drew King, you have the AFC North. Christopher Foxhill, the AFC South. Justin Turner, the former Dodger and former Met, has the AFC East. And Christopher Foxhill, the AFC West. Also forgot to mention he's the former Red Sox. Is that all the teams Justin Turner's been a part of?
There's one in particular I think you might be, you didn't say Cubs, did you?
That was the first one I said.
Oh, it's the first one you said. Okay, I thought you said Dodgers, Mets, and then Red Sox.
No,
But
I let off a former Cub.
this is why you talk about your past jersey number, or past order number, man. I was like, Jeremy Harden did sound very familiar yesterday. I ended up breaking this with my guy Chinmay. You did end up winning. You got a Donnie Shell jersey.
Well, hold on,
Jeremy.
but he said he got a pro. Oh, was that off a promo code though?
Yeah, it was off a promo code.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I just want to clarify for you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Just not how lucky you are, but you didn't get a free box. You got a free spot
Yes.
for a chance to win an item in the box,
Which actually
in which
ended
you
up
did win. So that does work out nicely. So yeah, you did not. It's not a free box. It's a free spot for a chance to win an item, like these fine gentlemen you see right here. I forgot how much the can't miss cost, but they all paid for a spot. They've been randomized the division. Who did he win yesterday?
Donnie Shell.
So you won Donnie Shell. You'll randomize the AFC North in that scenario. All right. Sorry for all of those who have been, patiently waiting as we listen to Marshawn Lynch and his Applebee's talk and figure out how our man, Mr. Jeremy Harden, won.
He said, hell yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
He said, hell yeah. Here, by the way, Jeremy, I just dropped this in the chat for you. This YouTube link is from that show yesterday. If you go back to the 12 p.m. spot, which I just dropped for you, go to the 1 hour and 19 minute mark to see your break happen.
Today is just the day of manifestation. Okay? We started off with the Weekend Warrior. We talked about, we want to see the Larry Bird first break. We see Larry Bird, right? Then we talk about the Diamonds, and I'm like, I want to see LaDainian Tomlinson. Within 3 boxes, we saw LaDainian Tomlinson. Jeremy Harden comes in the chat. He's like, hey, what did I do yesterday? I got the win. Yeah, I won Donnie Shell. Well, Troy Polamalu, how about another Steeler coming out on this bad boy?
Go.
The beautiful Steelers rave lid. Congratulations, Drew King, on that one. Taking home Troy Polamalu. Call me, what's the term I'm thinking of here? I don't know. To me, it feels like I grew up in the greatest generations of safeties ever.
Yeah.
Maybe not the greatest safety to ever play, particularly. I know, Ronnie Lott, et cetera, but when you go through Madden redrafts and you can pick from the bevies of Troy Polamalu, Brian Dawkins, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, rest his soul, Eric Weddle's in there, and I'm sure I'm missing more and more and more. It's just truly an enriching class of safeties, and he's obviously a part of it. Bam, bam, Drew King, congratulations.
Awesome stuff, Mr. King, the King of the North, with the AFC North spot right there, dude. So awesome.
They're battling it out today for that North.
Tonight, Sunday Night Football, right? Steelers and Ravens. So he was pretty amazing. That is for sure, Alfredo. Troy Polamalu, one of the most accomplished safeties ever. I'd have to agree with my guy, Steven. I do not think that he was the greatest, but hey, you don't have to be the greatest to be an all-time great, right? So 8-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, 2000s Hall of Fame team, 2-time Super Bowl champ in 05 and 08. We won't talk about the 08 Super Bowl. But yeah, also an absolute ball hawk, 32 career interceptions, 14 forced fumbles. Talking about one of the hardest hitting safeties of all time, and one of the best marketing campaigns ever for Head and Shoulders.
Head and Shoulders, right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody used Head and Shoulders until Troy Polamalu came around. So.
I'm not gonna say I use Head and Shoulders because of Troy Polamalu, but I guess technically I use it because of Troy Polamalu. So really quick, Brad Penrod says, "How do you know if you won?" Well, first, Brad Penrod, a key indicator is having your name and your username because that name sounds very familiar.
I'll say wait till he finds out who. This guy never was a leadoff man for when he was in baseball lineups back in the day. But Bradley, you ended up landing Bo Jackson to lead off the show today.
You hit Bo Jackson. So, Brad, to be honest, the best way to ask is to come into the live stream and say, hey, can you please check order number 282160? That order number is something you guys will receive once your order is confirmed in our systems. It will be sent to you via email. If you ever have to leave the stream, early for something, because we all know life gets in the way, please use that number, drop it in the chat, and we can happily assist you and figure out whatever happened in that break or personal that you bought, okay? So, Bradley, you did win the Bo Jackson jersey. Congratulations on that one. Those for you in this can't miss double box break, I am sorry. You guys are true champions. We do have another box coming on up. Let me put Troy Polamalu away. Doug is correct. You do get an email once it is shipped as well. But I will be honest, that's going to take a while for it to ship. Not in the sense of days or anything like that, but it's not going to be. It's not going to potentially be shipped until tomorrow. But oh, Troy's going away. He'll live. Have to keep his hair beautiful. There, we do have another box, though. We are not done. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not done. Let's see. Box 30. This was on the wheel spin. Yep, this is, again, just you keep chatting them up, you keep bringing them up. How about the sheriff? Ooh. The sheriff.
Let's go.
In the building, Peyton Manning, ladies and gentlemen. Peyton Manning coming on out. Christopher Foxhill. Wow, congratulations on that win. Well, I don't really need to say too much about Peyton Manning. If you're participating in these breaks and you don't know who Peyton Manning is, then I'm not sure what I can do for you on that front. You can obviously still win the memorabilia, but
you can't make up that comment.
You cannot make up this comment.
No. Did
No. Just let time catch up to it.
Oh man, this is why
you can help him with the 109 109 number.
This is why I always
you cannot make this up.
Recommend
as it
watching
sits.
on Twitch. That's actually great timing. That is phenomenal timing.
Nope, you haven't seen anything.
Nothing to see here, Christopher. Not in the breaks, not on the table. But I will tell you that he said, thank you, Fuglin. Yeah, so that quad that you bought into there, Christopher.
That one's
that's just you and Keith Paquette. So there's still 6 more spots to go in the Camus Authentic.
So that
quad.
the 109, right? That's the 109 number.
That's for the quad is the 109.
Okay, that one has not happened yet, Chris.
He said, "Yep, got it."
That is
I would love to turn on any type of
They
stream.
say the NFL's scripted.
Yes.
But is it though? You can't make that up.
Yeah, Chris, hop in the comments. Let's go.
Chris,
It's just your break's about to happen. Yeah, we got the David Stern frozen envelope behind the desk over here. Yeah, could make that. Yeah, that was perfect timing indeed. I would like to wake up and go on a stream and see a Peyton Manning be sent my way to start off my Sunday, but.
And Chris, were your first 2 words out of your mouth when you realized what just happened? Oh shit! Because it should be. Congratulations, Chris. Fantastic win, my man. Peyton Manning, the sheriff, is out of the building.
By the way, that I thought you were starting that. I thought you were going to say were your first 2 words, like in life, Peyton Manning. That's right.
Oh, no, that's aggressive.
Those are mine.
Oh, wow.
Mine was, well, actually, my first word was Woody. Big, said that while watching Toy Story 2. Yeah, you got to chill. Woody.
No, I'm reliving this now with my son. As we're slowly letting him to start watch little bits of television. I tried watching Toy Story 1 with him. I didn't realize how effed up Toy Story 1 kind of is.
Yeah, Sid's
it's kind of dark.
Yeah, Sid's a messed up dude, bro.
Yeah, we got through the first part of all that, but then once we got there, I was like, oh.
Yeah,
it's kind of not cool.
It's actually amazing when you go back and watch children's movies and shows from when you were a kid, and you realize how little you actually picked up on it.
Yeah.
I can go back and watch old SpongeBob. I can go back. Ed and Eddie was a staplehood of my childhood.
Yeah, same.
I go back and watch that and be like, dude, this the references are just so insane.
Yep.
It's just kind of wow, this is really fun. I'm 26 and I'm sitting here and I can. I could crack open a cold one and just binge watch this.
You think it was fun for the
this.
kids, right? But then you're like, oh, it's like Shrek, right? Shrek is a prime example of this. The parents could watch it and be like, oh, this is good.
The comedy is just low brow grade enough for me to watch, but it's also too high
rich enough.
Too high brow grade for the kids to understand. But it's it's got talking donkeys, and it's got princesses, and
it's got the fairy tale thing, the gingerbread man, Drury Lane. Got the gumball drops. Pinocchio, I need you to lie, all those things, and then obviously you watch it now and you're watching it this never gets old. This ages perfectly.
I could hear all about the gingerbread man on Drury Lane.
Yeah, right.
I'm picturing.
I didn't watch Ren and Stimpy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not much.
Yeah,
maybe a tad before my time.
Ren and Stimpy's a great callback. That's the definition of Nick at Night in the 90s.
Yeah.
That was a staple show. I agree. I was more when Rugrats started to hit, but that was right around the same time.
But more importantly, my first show, and I'm not afraid to admit this, is Barney.
Barney?
My first show.
Yeah.
The first show.
Classic.
Yeah. My son loves Barney.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And
pass that down.
And and he, we listened to the theme song and he's like, he teaches you about imagination and how to be a friend and all that. I'm like, wow, that is the perfect thing for parents so that the child can play with themselves.
I just Barney's badass.
Yeah, exactly.
I never focused on any of that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's a purple dinosaur. That's all I need to know about the situation. That's what makes him amazing. Yep, it's fun watching. He loves Barney now. He's like, that's what he wants to watch. And we're like, well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And my wife watched Barney too growing up. So
that's awesome.
This is
yeah. No,
but then we watched it on YouTube
so cool.
and they cut off the theme song. And I'm just like, wait, time out. You can't do that.
It's arguably the best part of the show.
It's the whole point of the show. And haven't you just noticed that there's obviously TikTok, when you scroll on TikTok, it just knows what you want.
It seems like, well, I will say this, and I know that the comment section is going to probably disagree with Steven and I because it's always going to be a generational thing, but I think that our era was just absolutely blessed and spoiled with children's TV shows and AM shows and stuff like that.
Well, I meant the theme songs of
the theme songs of the shows were so
actual,
iconic.
Hot singles.
Hell yeah, man.
They were downloadable worthy singles.
Yeah.
Now they're just barely a thing.
We were LimeWire. Oh my God.
LimeWire.
Yes, LimeWire were the singles. Yeah.
Don't ever be afraid of giving computers Tourette's or AIDS or whatever you want to call it.
I actually just watched a video on Jeff Teague yesterday, and when he was at Wake Forest, they almost had to rescind his scholarship at Wake Forest because he actually got arrested for $5 million worth of illegal downloads on LimeWire. So they were going to rescind his scholarship at Wake Forest because of it. And he's like, okay. And the craziest thing, and again, this is not something, but I'm already in the middle of the story. So it wasn't just music. It was also a specific.
Yeah, we all know.
A specific artist with a specific reality TV star and a music video that they created together. So yeah. So that's.
The whole point of LimeWire.
I cannot imagine the feds just banging on my door and confronting me for that.
Well, because everyone,
like if they know that I'm like participating in that.
Everyone did it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you just had the scholarship.
Yeah.
LimeWire was
I didn't meet George Jetson, his boy Elroy, daughter Judy, Jane, his wife.
Yep.
Yeah.
Classic.
No, I mean the Jetsons were amazing. The
Jetsons got a banger
Flintstones.
too.
Yeah.
I definitely say
Flintstones
like
were
up
great.
until like 2000 again when I just kind of aged out of that, but like all those theme songs from the late 50s to the early 90s, early 2000s, like they just the catchy, repeatable, theme songs essentially.
I think that that you've created a legendary show is when you could still be, fast forward to 20 years later and you could still, recite certain things like SpongeBob. I will use in my daily vocabulary.
Did this next one sell out already?
It did, yeah. Donald Segrino, he bought out every spot in the double for.
So Donald, let me know on two numbers, man.
I'm loading that in.
Yeah, no
right
worries.
now.
I don't need to put that in the chat, Donald. You just let me know on two numbers, my friend, and we'll get that done for you.
As you can hear, Steven and I reminisce about the good old days from our childhood. So, yeah, man, were you more of a Nickelodeon guy, a Disney? I know PBS obviously, that being with Barney.
I would definitely say Disney.
More Disney?
Yep, I would definitely say Disney.
I
like
was way more.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I like Nickelodeon, but I would definitely say Disney.
It's so funny. I was not a Disney kid. Not because I had anything against it. I was just never a Disney kid.
The channel no longer exists.
Yeah, that and Cartoon Network both. Sad stuff, man. Sad times.
You want random?
Sad
Sounds
times.
good. We can do that.
It's the world of streaming now, man.
Well, yeah, it's just all kind of gone that way, which is
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what they gotta do. All right, we're gonna do box number 19. Let's see if we have box number 19 in that can't miss authentics. It doesn't look like we do, so we're gonna have 18 or 20. Let's do 18. Let's do 20. Yeah, I like Nickelodeon too. Obviously I just bounce between both shows. I mean, obviously Nickelodeon had the better late at night. 20, we're gonna do box 20.
18 and 20, you said?
No, 20. We had both 18 and 20. We're doing box 20 for that, according to the wheel.
Okay. Oh, it is 8 for both boxes.
No, it's just one. We're just doing box 20.
I thought it was a double box.
I know, but box 20 is the first box.
My bad.
and then 11 will be that next one.
My bad.
See, now when I started phasing into Nickelodeon, that was definitely more when you're in the 3 a.m. trenches of George Lopez and Fresh Prince. Like that's when you wake up in a daze and you're low ride. Or like time to go to bed and turn this off.
So it's funny.
And I love that show.
Bro,
That show is awesome.
George Lopez is on Peacock.
It's on Peacock? Okay.
Yeah, it's on Peacock, yeah. So I know that because when my girlfriend and I, we did like this pre-Christmas getaway thing a few weekends ago. Same scenario happened to us. We fell asleep and then we woke up to George Lopez and we're like, oh, well, here we are. Yeah,
It's a refreshing
MeTV.
feeling of life. It's a refreshing feeling.
Nickelodeon, yeah, watched that growing up. Yeah, man.
I forgot the specifics of it, but it was Fresh Prince from 12 to 2, George Lopez from 2 to 4, and then it was Home Improvement, and I was like,
Friends was huge.
Friends came in later.
Friends was huge later. Yeah.
But then I was like, it's time to really go to bed. Once Home Improvement came out, which again, solid show, maybe not necessarily my cup of tea.
Full House.
Full House, yeah, just
Full House. Uncle Jesse.
yes, absolutely.
Don Knotts is yeah.
What's up, Jameel? How we doing?
Jamil, Steve-O, what's going on? What's going on, Polo?
Let's see who our man's
Rocco's Modern
Sagrinian's gonna
Life.
get.
Ooh, Rocco's Modern Life was a good one.
Who's Mr. Sagrinian gonna get in his first box, huh?
Hopefully a headliner. Martin was good too.
When I talk about can't miss, first of all, the helmet doesn't miss. The player on the helmet might be the greatest of our generation at his position. Champ Bailey.
Oh, wait.
Hall of Fame 19.
That's a hidden gem.
That's a hidden gem.
Dude, that's
beautiful Eclipse Broncos. Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, do not grow on trees anymore. Woo. Do not grow on trees. Orange ink, Hall of Fame 19.
Wow.
Dude, Champ Bailey. Woo.
Well, Donald's got to be feeling like a champ after that one. Yeah, I was going to tell you this about this series yesterday, dude. We actually, me and Chidman, we saw a ton of really good hidden gems. We had a slate. Baltimore Ravens.
You've been here for a few can't misses, though, haven't you?
I think this is like my second one.
Okay, so yeah, generally speaking, it's a...
Yeah, man, it's a loaded series.
It's a specific... Sometimes they're mixers in the sense of full-size authentic, full-size, reps, etc. But yeah, when it says can't miss authentic, so dude, I'm telling you, just wait. You see the names on the board. You see the Strahan-Taylor dual sign. You see the Bijan Robinson. You see the Saquon Barkley. You're like, yes. I want all of those. And you should. Those are very fair names. Champ Bailey is a headliner in all the other series.
Yeah, that's why that's such a shock.
It's Rip always says it, whenever we pull Devon Achane. He's like, he'll make the headliner board one day. I'm like, Rip, it's not a knock on Devon Achane. It's just the quality and the depth of the series.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said when I saw the secondaries.
Justin Aronson.
Yeah, the secondary headliners, Jonathan Taylor. To start the series, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. Excuse me?
Genti Palomalu, all guys that, like you said, are photoed headliners in most other series. So.
Excuse me? Again, I don't know if you guys remember the Sports Illustrated articles when the March Madness current tournament came out. It had that cover with all of the players on it. That's what our graphic headliners could look like, but you guys would be very confused. And then you'd be like, is that person still available? Is that person still available? And, it's like, not necessarily, but you know what, Donald? You are going to walk away with a headliner. How about the dual-signed Flash?
There it is.
Hall of Fame 14, Hall of Fame 99. Maybe the greatest defender of all time in Lawrence Taylor, and one of the greatest giant defenders of all time in Michael Strahan. Beautiful dual-signed lid.
Golly.
Donald, I say you did pretty well for buying out that double. I say you did pretty well. If you started the defense with Strahan, Taylor, and Bailey, what else do you truly need in life?
Yeah.
Maybe a linebacker if you want to get greedy, but let's be honest. Your back end's off to a great start. And then obviously your pass rushes.
That's I was going to say, that's a Ziploc bag equivalent defense right there. Nothing going in, nothing coming out of that defensive front, and defensive back as well in Champ Bailey. So, yeah, I don't think you could ask for really much more. And again, I'm still kind of shell-shocked to see Champ Bailey.
Also, first of all, the Eclipse.
That might be my hit of the show.
The Eclipse is...
might.
The Eclipse is tough work. I will say that much. I am going to remove Michael Vick because, no offense to Michael Vick, he is one of my favorite players I've ever watched play. But he is a little bit of a odd man out in this situation. Either I need 2 autographs on the helmet, or you're one of the greatest of all time at your positions. In that sense. And that's on a Flash as well, which I'm fairly certain they do not make as much anymore.
Just looking at some of the value for this, man. This is some good stuff here. Jeez.
Congratulations, Mr. Sagrinia, on your W.
Yeah, and for those that are just tuning in, maybe for the first time you're just browsing the UA Live Break Room, only way that you can guarantee yourself a win is by doing what Donald just did, or by going via the route of buying out a personal, which we do have under the mystery box tab. What else was that? Right around 10:30 for what we got right now here in the UA Live Break Room. Only got one spot in that Weekend Warrior that has been filled, guys, for that Chase wheel spin. We had the Weekend Warrior Double go earlier today. We had those 2 headliners in the Bo Jackson and Larry Bird, the jersey and the warm-up jacket. I give you mad props, Steven, for wearing that Chicago Bulls. I mean, it's a great shirt. It's a great shirt. Don't get me wrong.
Do not get me wrong.
After their performance last night,
I hate my team, but damn it if their marketing isn't on point.
Yeah, no.
If their marketing could match the talent on the court, I would be a very happy man. Do you mind if I go get my Dr. Pepper real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Do you want a graphic up to display to the fire folks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which one would you like?
Let's take a look here.
Probably the can't miss, no?
Out of what we got remaining, probably that. Yeah, the can't miss.
Again, guys, I can't emphasize this enough really quickly as I'm going to get my Dr. Pepper. I'm showing you the helmets so you guys have an idea of what's in the series. I'm telling you guys, the Champ Baileys of the world, that is what... And Rob can go over the winners list of yesterday with the show and Chinmay. Those secondary names, that is what you're truly need to be in there for. Because that is what is going to surprise you and honestly probably make you a lot happier.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And looking at any what's going on, Jacob? Any headliners left for the Diamond Series? Yeah, man, we still got some headliners going on over there. We have that Jamar Chase Speed Flex, the Edgerrin James Authentic, and then the AJ Brown Authentic secondary headliner. All Authentics are better in the Diamond Series, and something that Steven was just alluding to, some of the can't miss hidden gems that we got in the series, guys. Again, these are the photo headliners that we got remaining first, so let's start there. The Saquon Barkley Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl Championship Authentic, still good to go in this. Bijan Robinson, the Hook'em Horns great, took a legendary Texas career and translated it to the pros, and my God, what an unbelievable dual threat bag Bijan Robinson has turned himself into. It's going to be his job today to help play spoiler. You heard Steven and I talk about it earlier, to determine that NFC South. If Bijan Robinson and his Atlanta Falcons do end up beating the New Orleans Saints, for the first time in 5 seasons, we will have a different division winner in the NFC South. And that would be the Carolina Panthers.
It's been the Bucks, right?
Yeah, so the Bucks have won the NFC South for 4 consecutive years. It would be the first time in 5 years that we would have a different champion in the NFC South. If Bijan Robinson is a typical Bijan Robinson day, that would certainly be the case. And then we have Deion Sanders as the last remaining photo headliner with Jonathan Taylor and Ashton Genty in secondaries. But just giving you guys some of the names because Steve and I got to step out really quick. From the hidden gems yesterday, Bruce Smith was in this series as a hidden gem. Jason Witten, and somehow, some way, I'm just giving you a couple names that I see off the top of the list here. Mike Evans was also a hidden gem.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, he's gone over it. What do we want to do next? That is the real question here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give you a quick update left on the break page. Sorry, wife is giving me a thing about our daughter. All right, so let's refresh this break page. Let's see where we're at. It is 10:34. The show schedule for the rest of the day. It's going to be Rob and Alex at noon and 3 with you guys. And then I'm sure Alex is going to be at 6, and I think it's going to be, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's going to be our new man, Frankie. I think Frankie's going to be in the building on a Sunday evening with you guys. So be ready. Go easy on him. He's really good at his job. Brad, we do trades, but they got to be pretty specific. So, kind of depends on if it fits the concrete of those rules or not. You guys made my son's weekend. Got a Freeman jersey and an Amon-Ra St. Brown helmet last night. Peyton Manning helmet today, and still have a quad box. I mean, yeah, right, Chris? You are having a good weekend, my friend. You are having a great weekend on that front, no doubt about it. All right, so 8 to go in that Weekend Warrior double, 7 to go in that quad box diamond, 5 to go in the next double for the diamond, 6 to go in the quad box for the can't miss. I really think you guys should do that can't miss quad. It's really going to paint a picture on what's left in that series. 8 to go in the double, 8 to go in that single. What about a Patrick Surtain, the second jersey? Is he out there somewhere? 8 8-8. So 8s across the board, ladies and gentlemen. As it sits right now, let's talk about some week 18, right? It is week 18 here in the break room. Week 18 schedule. That's going to be coming up here in a little under an hour and a half. Are you asking if someone has a Patrick Surtain the second jersey and they want to trade for it? So if anyone has a Patrick Surtain the second jersey and they'd like to trade for the Bo Jackson White Sox jersey, let Brad Penrod know. We do have a great trading community. A lot of legit people. They do make the deal solid. But yeah, let Brad know. All right, so let's take a look here at the schedule. Let's give you guys a little breakdown of what's going on here. So Tampa Bay beat Carolina yesterday. If the Falcons win, the Bucks are in. If the Falcons lose, the Panthers are in. I think Rob was just saying that. Seattle clinches the #1 seed here. And San Francisco, I believe, is waiting on the results of this Rams game. Let me take a look here. Playoff scenarios, week 18. All right, so the Seahawks get the #1 seed, a first-round bye if they beat it after beating the Niners on Saturday night. Yes, that is the correct answer. So the Bears, it can be either the Bears can either be the 2 or the 3 seed, same with the Eagles. If the Bears win or the Eagles lose, the Bears are the #2 seed. If the Bears lose and the Eagles win, the Eagles are the #2 seed. And obviously vice versa in that case. So the Bears can't drop below the 3, the Eagles can't drop below the 3. The Falcons win, the Panthers are in the #4 seed. If the Falcons lose or tie today, the Buccaneers are the 4 seed. 49ers or Rams. If the Rams lose or tie today, the 49ers are the 5 seed. If the Rams win today, the Rams are the 5 seed. And then obviously if the Rams lose or tie today, they're the 6. If the Rams win, then the Niners are the 6. The Packers locked in that 7 seed regardless a few weeks ago. Now, Broncos or Patriots or Jaguars. The Jaguars still have an outside shot at the 1 seed. If the Broncos win or the Patriots and Jaguars both lose, the Broncos are the 1 seed. If the Patriots win and the Broncos lose, the Patriots are the 1 seed. If the Jaguars win and the Broncos and Patriots both lose, the Jaguars then become the #1 seed. Obviously, there's just a lot of different scenarios for these top 3 seeds. Won 500 last night on my pick'ems. There you go. Well done. Well done.
Love to see that.
If the Patriots and Broncos both win, the Patriots are the #2 seed. If the Patriots and Jaguars both lose, the Patriots are the #2 seed. If the Broncos win and the Jaguars lose, the Patriots are the #2 seed regardless of what the Patriots do. If the Broncos lose, the Patriots win and the Jaguars lose, the Broncos are the #2 seed. If the Broncos lose, the Patriots lose, and the Jaguars win, the Broncos are the #2 seed. If the Jaguars win, the Broncos lose, and the Patriots win, the Jaguars are the 2 seed. If the Jaguars win, the Broncos lose, and the Patriots lose, the Jaguars are the 2 seed. All I know is this, though. If the Jaguars lose and the Texans win, they go to the 5 seed. So there's a lot of variance for the Jaguars today. I know that much. Jaguars or Broncos or Patriots or Texans. Goodness gracious. If the Jaguars, Broncos, and Patriots all win, or the Jaguars tie, the Jaguars are the 3 seed. If the Jags and Texans both lose, the Jaguars are the 3 seed. If the Broncos win, the Patriots win, and the Texans lose, the Jaguars are the #3 seed, regardless of what the Jaguars do. If the Broncos lose and the Patriots and Jaguars both win, the Broncos are the 3. If the Patriots lose and the Jaguars win, the Patriots are the 3. The Texans win and the Jaguars lose, the Texans are the #3 seed. The funny thing about this, though, is if you look at the spreads of today's action, it is deep. Like, Jaguars are -13.5 against the Titans. Texans are 10.5. Just big, massive spreads. Someone's going to ruin something, right? That would be wild if that is what happened. But,
I think that there's a lot of, look, for the playoff implications today, right?
I don't see that on here, Bob, but I would imagine anarchy would ensue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anarchy would ensue, Jim. I think that there's a lot of different implications that could go a long way because I think this year more than anything, there's not a particular team in either conference that you could point at and say that, hey, I can hitch myself to this team's wagon and feel confident in them to make a deep run through January and February. But, that's what I think has made this year so great is that traditionally the 1 seed, Seattle and Denver on paper and what that's going to be, there are, I would still say, clear question marks for those respective 1 seeds. Now, I think the positives outweigh the negatives for them. But the biggest thing is that if you have to play through Seattle, you have to play through Denver, those are 2 massive advantages for every team that has a clear weakness, that's going to be a playoff team on each side. So I think that's going to help those teams quite a bit. So I was really, really confident in San Francisco actually coming out of the NFC until what I saw last night, because that Seattle defense, there's one thing I know, dude, is that defense travels in the playoffs, no matter if it's at home, on the road, wherever it might be. So I'm still very confident in my AFC pick, though. I still think that Houston can be a really good. They're not going to be a team anybody's going to want to see.
Scooter, I'm just going to dash your hopes right now. Joe Burrow will never be traded to the Steelers from the Cincinnati Bengals. Other horrific events will happen first. But speaking of that Niners, right? So as it sits today, the Super Bowl favorites are the Seahawks and Rams. Plus 440 or plus 490. Okay? Broncos plus 800, Eagles plus 850, Bills plus 1,000. And it kind of gets mumble-jumbled, right? From the Bills to the Ravens, all those guys, the Eagles, Bills, Patriots, Texans, Jags, Packers, Bears, Ravens, are all in between plus 1,000 to 2,000 for Super Bowl odds. The bottom feeders, the Chargers, Niners, Steelers, Buccaneers, and Panthers all have astronomical numbers. Before that game yesterday, I think the Niners odds were plus 950.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it just tanked tremendously.
I think this is a great year more than ever, dude, to get good value.
Yeah.
To get good value on a team that's like, can I see it possibly happen? Because I don't know, man. Like, you can make a case for, if you told me that Seattle and Denver were out in the first round, would it be surprising? Absolutely. They're both 1 seeds and both have probably the 2 best defenses in football. But at the same time, it takes one bad Sam Darnold game, one bad Bo Nix game for their season to be over. So, that is certainly within the realm of possibility, especially with what we saw a guy like Sam Darnold do in the 2 biggest games of his career last season with Minnesota. I hate to keep rehashing that, but until he can prove it and win in that big moment, in that big game. And Bo Nix was a rookie. He's going to have a long and prosperous career.
But he has to take his licks.
But he's got to take his, and I know you're a huge person in believing in that, and I do too, to an extent. But at the same time,
I know Ben Roethlisberger is an exception, but again, that's a different situation.
I mean, if you're Bo Nix and you can be a game manager with that defense, limit the turnovers and make the plays when you need to make the plays, Denver can go very, very deep. Because offensively, I think the only team that can really give them problems in the AFC would probably be Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because I think that Josh Allen in the postseason, you have to rip up a lot of game plans for a guy like Josh Allen.
Doug, I'm going to just be honest with you. You say never. That's fine and dandy. And then you say, look at what the Browns did with the QB trade. Again, they were trading with the
Flacco.
Texans. With what?
I think he's talking about Flacco interdivision.
Okay, but
with Cincinnati.
Flacco is not Burrow. Flacco. Even if it was 2013 Flacco, he's not Burrow. So
Burrow.
I'm just gonna dash your hopes on that one now. Now, could Lamar sign with the Steelers out of pettiness? I see that more happening. But the Bengals willingly trading their franchise quarterback to the rival Steelers. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Hey.
I can't fathom it.
I was going to say, I will send you keep hope alive.
$500 of my own money if the Bengals pull that off.
I think we should get that in writing right there. I think that's a fun pie in the sky scenario to kind of conjure up now. Now, realistically, the biggest person I think that's a fun conversation for you and I to have, who is going to be the biggest name traded once the season is done. I think it's obvious. I think Max Crosby, I don't see any incentive for Max Crosby to stay as a Las Vegas Raider outside of just absolute sheer loyalty to the franchise, which he's already done. Max Crosby, for an overwhelming majority of his career, outside of 1 year with Derek Carr, he's played nothing but on really underwhelming rosters and bad football teams. So for the quarterback situation, Steven, in the offseason, guys that could be traded as big names, it's a very, very minute list. I would expect, temper your expectations. Look for a guy like really Tua Tagovailoa and Kyler Murray to probably be the two biggest. I mean, Malik Willis, obviously. We'll see what team is going to overpay him to be a franchise quarterback.
The Raiders.
So they can get him. The Raiders, yeah, or the Jets. Hell, the Cardinals, because it looks like they're going to move on from Kyler Murray unless they end up using a top 5 selection on a young quarterback in this upcoming draft. But, that'll be the most interesting names for sure. I think Kyler Murray gets traded for whatever pick Arizona can get for him. I agree, Bob. You speaking to the Cardinals fan here, I think it's very clear as soon as... Now, look, let me make this very, very clear and obvious coming from a Cardinals fan's perspective. I need you guys to let me know how many games Arizona has won since making Jacoby Brissett the starter. Because I can tell you right now, you can't find one. When he filled in for an injured Kyler Murray, he helped win parts of 2 games. When he was officially named the starter when Kyler was eligible to return, Arizona has not won a single game. We have lost 9 consecutive games. So this BS notion about Jacoby Brissett being this world's a better quarterback than Kyler Murray is ridiculous. There's a reason why Jacoby Brissett, and all respect to him, he's had a very good career as a backup, but that's what he is. He'll be a nice 1-year fill gap for a young guy that Arizona drafts, right, going into this draft, or if they pick up somebody off the free agent scrap, whatever the case might be, he's going to be a placeholder. Kyler Murray is still young enough and talented enough in this league
given the right system and used properly.
To put him in the right system. We have seen with Kyler having talent around him that he is at worst a middle of the pack quarterback in this league. Like at worst.
Where should he go that would fit that?
Okay, so if you want to talk about a team, I don't know what they can do in a particular offseason to revamp their offensive line, but a team that I think has enough pieces around him, and I think it looks like a good situation right now, and they're going to play spoiler today. I think New Orleans would be a really good situation for him. Now, I think that obviously Tyler Shuck has looked really good. Their 25-year-old rookie that they drafted, but Kellen Moore is a really, really, really good offensive mind. Look at the talent that Kellen Moore has to work with as his first year as the head coach. You put him there, I think that would be a really good situation. If you put Kyler in a situation like Las Vegas or the New York Jets, it's not going to look very good because it's not a very good situation around him. Or a team, for example, like Indianapolis. You put him in Indianapolis with a good offensive line, Jonathan Taylor. You can have a great, great RPO game with Jonathan Taylor, Kyler Murray.
Could I pose another very, very, very drastic scenario? And it kind of goes against everything that I'm preaching to Doug right now.
Pittsburgh?
No, I don't.
Rodgers retires?
I don't think Pittsburgh's good at developing quarterbacks.
Well, I mean, when was the last time we actually had to see them develop one?
Well,
besides
I've seen multiple attempts, but
yeah.
Kenny Pickett, nah. Then they try the Band-Aids with the 40-year-olds.
I mean, how much time did they really give Pickett?
Not enough. They gave him enough.
Fair enough. All
right. This is my. Kyler's a free agent though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So he gets signed.
Yeah.
I wonder what Sean McVay's thoughts on him are.
Wow. Okay.
If Sean likes it,
the Stafford.
I mean, either
replacement or backup for eventually to take over. It might be just
this year he's the backup, but I'm just saying, if Sean likes him,
yeah,
I imagine Sean will do good things with him. If he likes Kyler Murray enough, I'm sure he could schematically fix up a game for him.
Yeah.
Now, is
100%.
Kyler Murray Stafford in terms of arm talent and all the things that he brings to the table as a quarterback? No, but Stafford is obviously going to be retiring here. I have to imagine within the next year or two, but you never know, right?
It would be hard for him to go out on. Now, it looks like it's going to probably be a second-place MVP finish with to play like an MVP-type player to go out, unless he ends up winning a Super Bowl this year and he's like, I go out on top.
That's
the only scenario I see Stafford retiring after this year is if they win a Super Bowl.
But I think maybe 1 year, again, I saw what... I don't think McVay truly wanted Goff originally.
Kyler never used him. That's a good point, Bob. Yeah. I was just reading that. I didn't see that comment from our guy, Bob Boulay, saying that the one thing that Brissett did that Murray never did, he used McBride.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, well, here's the stipulation with that. James Conner and Trey Benson both went down. there has not been a single quarterback in the National Football League that has thrown more pass attempts since Jacoby Brissett took over than Jacoby Brissett. You have Michael Carter and Amani DiMercato with an offensive line that is not a good run-blocking offensive line. So he's had to drop back. He actually set, what was that, the NFL record for most completions in a game?
Yeah.
I think he had like 47 or something like that a couple of months ago, talking about Jacoby Brissett. It's an offense that's had to be very, very pass-heavy. And I agree with Bob to an extent. Look, Trey McBride just broke the receptions record for tight ends this year. He did that last week. But Trey McBride had over 100 receptions last year. So, like, you know, and I understand the Marvin Harrison thing, but that's also on Drew Penzig, the offensive coordinator. It's very broken from top to bottom. Kyler Murray is a part of the problem, but he is far from the biggest issue with what's going on in Arizona. That's my whole point. Like, I'm just saying, like, what quarterbacks...
Some other things might need to get fixed before.
Yeah, there are way more bigger pressing issues out in Arizona, and it starts from the top on down than at the quarterback position.
All right, guys, so just really quick as an update, it's 10:52. We have 4 spots to go in the Weekend Warrior single. If you want to take your shot at O.J. Simpson on that one. We have 5 to go in the quad box break for the can't miss full size. If you guys want to try and get that done before I hop off, that absolutely sounds good to me. 5 to go in the diamond double as well. If we get to within 3 to go of any of these by 11 o'clock, I'll stay on for a few more minutes. Otherwise, at 11 o'clock, I'm going to do that chase wheel spin for the Weekend Warrior, and I'll pass off the baton to Alex and Rob. Now, Brett Kelly says, what benefited Brissett as well was Murray only really targeted Harrison while Brissett spread the love with McBride, Wilson, and Harrison. And, you know, again, Brissett is he's a veteran. He understands how NFL offenses work.
Sure.
But there is just a tremendous difference, though. So this is kind of like my thing on Brock Purdy. Not to take away from Brissett or Brock Purdy, because I think Brock Purdy absolutely shredded the Bears. But, and I think this is kind of the problem with Shanahan, who you could argue is coach of the year, and I'm not going to disagree with that. I think Shanahan prefers a yes man. Like, I think Shanahan prefers a guy that is going to do whatever his system asks him to do every single time. And there's nothing wrong with that. It has obviously led to a tremendous amount of success in terms of wins and losses. But, and there's always a but, to win the whole darn thing, you have to be able to do some improvisation. Sorry, I butchered that. But you got to be able to improvise sometimes. You got to be able to make something out of nothing. Mm-hmm. Every Super Bowl run always comes down to a 3rd and 12, and they need it to keep the game alive, and the team gets it. It always comes down to that in a playoff run.
Yeah.
In Shanahan's system, never depends on a 3rd and 12 happening. And again, I'm not discrediting Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy's a very good quarterback. Obviously, when you draft him with the last pick, you are not anticipating you're going to be paying him $50 million a year by the time it's all said and done. But I think that is the one quality that Shanahan's system lacks. He wants a yes man, and you need a yes man generally most of the time. Like Patrick Mahomes, right? I think he's a yes man most of the time. But when it's time, I'm like, Patrick, see what you see, make the correct play.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, see what you see, make the correct play. Those top guys, Joe Burrow, see what you see, make the correct play. You trust them to do that. Mm-hmm. There are only like 4 or 5 of those guys in the league that I trust to do that. And I think Murray has the potential to do that, given a situation that benefits him. And I think that's what matters most, right? Everyone was out on Caleb Williams last year, and look what he got. He got a head coach. And now he's developing a lot nicer than a lot of people.
I think you make an excellent point there, but the thing is that you started off by saying that with a guy like Kyle Shanahan, you're using an inner circle proven offensive genius in the same breath as, like you mentioned earlier, Sean McVay and Andy Reid, Ben Johnson is still a puppy to the head coaching game, but as an offensive coordinator, it's clearly translated into. I mean, Chicago went from a frustrating, as you know, you're a Bears fan, you know better than anybody else. Frustrating forever for Bears offensive, teams, and now they've collectively been a top 5 unit. Ground game, passing game has really come together.
This one year,
but
it
still,
could change. But
in 1 year to do that with a second-year quarterback, and guess what? Not too long ago, when Cliff Kingsbury, which I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I really freaking miss Cliff Kingsbury, because the one thing that guy knew how to do was run a competent offense.
Yeah. And
when he had Christian Kirk, DeAndre Hopkins, a very young Trey McBride, there was a lot more hope. James Conner on the ground game, which, by the way, James Conner, with this Cardinals offense last year, they were a top 10 team on the ground because they had James Conner. They were a run-first offense.
Yeah.
The problem is that as soon as they, kind of like what Baltimore's experiencing with Lamar Jackson, once you stopped using your quarterback's best asset, and that being his legs, like you said, the improvisation part of it is a huge, huge part of Kyler's game, kind of like it is a Caleb Williams, a backyard football when the pocket collapses and breaks down. What can you do for me then when you got to throw the game plan out the window? So if you can get him in a system with an offensive-minded head coach or an offensive coordinator that can prepare him better to stay in the pocket and what he can do better when he stays on script. Look, now that I think about it more, and if it's time to think about it.
I think all quarterbacks need structure, but I also just think there's the spice on the side that they need that.
Yeah, Arizona was way, way too hurt this year to say, to say the least. I agree with Jamil 100% on that. Again, look, I'm just saying Arizona was projected for the same amount of wins going into the year as the Bears were. They were projected to be around a nine or so win team. They were a young, sneaky team up on the rise. Atlanta, them, they were kind of like that, wild card flirting. The Bears, again, were looked at in that same breath, coming into the year. So it's one of those things. Now, I will say a guy like Sam Darnold, for example, perfect scenario where he gets drafted 3rd overall by the Jets. Adam Gase just got brought in. He was supposed to be the quote-unquote Ben Johnson of that time. A guy that's an offensive-minded coach to go with. I'm not going to say a prodigal prospect coming out of USC, but he was a phenomenal college quarterback.
He looked good. He had the parts.
At USC, ask Colin Cowherd how he feels about Sam Darnold at USC. But I'm just saying, situation matters and coaching matters more than any other sport than it does in the NFL.
I completely agree.
And, you look at a guy like, for example, like you said, Caleb Williams last year with Matt Eberflus, rookie year, understandable. He's got to go through his trials and tribulations. But a guy in Ben Johnson who caters to his strengths. And now look at Caleb Williams and what he's done. The fourth quarters are, I want to say, an anomaly. He's not going to be that level of guy throughout his entire career. But I mean, my God, if he can just continuously play a full 60-minute football game like we've seen him do,
to be the fourth quarter
guy. You won't have to be that fourth quarter guy. And it's been a tremendous growth from year 1 to year 2. So, I think it's more situational than anything else. So one thing I do know, the last little thing that I'll put on the top of this Kyler Murray cake here is, the guy is far from done. You put him in a good situation, you can build a competent football team around him. Things have to be almost perfect, but you can win games with Kyler Murray.
Absolutely.
You can.
Absolutely.
You can.
So. All right. So it is coming up at 11 o'clock. Let's do that Chase wheel spin. And to answer Scooter's question, do I think it's time for a new coach in Pittsburgh?
I think that's...
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But
I agree with Bob 1,000%.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think if they do let Tomlin go, he will have 31 other teams trying to call him.
Jamil.
That would be pretty petty. That would be pretty petty.
And Cleveland's got a damn good coach too.
And they're considering letting him go.
Yeah.
It says they're inclined to let him go.
I just want to know, what head coach in football starts off a season in OTAs and training camp saying, hey, Kevin, we're going to give you not one solid quarterback, but we're going to have 5 potential quarterbacks that are going to start for you. Play Russian roulette with them for the next 18 weeks. You go and figure it out. I mean, from starting the year with Flacco, Kenny Pickett, you have Deshaun Watson, who's a circus in his own regard, and then 2 rookies in Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. What coach is winning in that situation?
Really quick, this is the Chase wheel spin 7 times. It's just... I don't want to sit there and be like, they need to take more responsibility away from Tomlin, because that's also kind of disrespectful. He's been with your franchise for 20 years now as your head coach. He has not had one losing season. Like, there's no sane reason.
No. Here's the thing. And
this guy, Bradley Penrod, winning the Chase Wheels pitch.
Let's go, Brad. Big
Congratulations.
Bradley, dude. Bo Jackson, very nice, dude.
If you're there, Bradley, let us know. I'll give you a few minutes while we talk about Tomlin.
Mr. Tomlin. But yeah, no, I was going to say the classic saying is, grass isn't always greener.
No, it is not.
On the other side.
I was actually talking about this it's a different sport, but Cubs Daily, and like everyone wants Ricketts to sell, and I'm like, it doesn't mean necessarily we're gonna get a better owner.
Well, we now live in the social media era where everything is immediate gratification and reactionary. What have you done for me lately? If a team loses 2 games in a row, it's like the house is burning down. Yep. Everybody needs to go, and magically there's going to be some brand new Joe Schmo that's going to walk off the street. And not everybody is a Matt Eberflus to Ben Johnson situation. That was a completely different scenario where you have a guy like Mike Tomlin, who, again, like you said, for close to nearly 2 full decades that has never had a losing season. First of all, which is just miraculous in its own right.
Yeah,
that's even post the last 4 to 5 years without Big Ben.
Fan. Take away the Super Bowls.
Thank you.
And you tell the Browns, like, you're going to win for the next 20 years. You're not going to win a Super Bowl, but you're going to have winning football seasons, and I think they make that trade.
I understand Steelers fans' perspective. Doug, you can confirm this or not, or whatever the number is, what they've lost, I believe, 6 playoff games in a row under Tomlin, which I understand, which is cause for concern. But at the same time, like what he does, Tomlin is the ultimate floor raiser. Yeah. Whatever talent you get, you know that you're going to floor a competitive team with Tomlin and his style of coaching. Is it a little medieval? Is it more possession time, clock game, defensive heavy, and own time of possession? Yes. But you know what it does? It minimalizes mistakes, and it also raises the floor of rosters that don't have overwhelming talent. And when was the last time we saw a roster with Mike Tomlin that has had, elite or overwhelming talent? Like, it's been a while since we've seen that in Pittsburgh.
And just, another thing, though. Like, I don't look at it and say we've lost 6 straight playoff games. Yes, that might be true, but please, just encourage me and tell me which game you were favored in and was such a catastrophic loss.
Yeah.
Like, when you went to Buffalo, you should have lost that game. When you played the Chiefs, you should have lost that game. I understand that maybe that Browns game was kind of frustrating, but that was the upstart Browns. They hadn't been there. Mm-hmm. You can't, I don't know if anyone listens to Ryan Russillo, but you can't fake desperation. Yeah, you cannot fake how desperate the Browns wanted to win that playoff game for their own, again.
That's a good 10 minutes right there.
And again, you can't. There just wasn't a game that I was so convinced. Like, if the Steelers win later tonight and they go to the playoffs, guess what? I think they're going to lose in the first round because I think that other team is better. And it's not an offense to the Steelers. I just think that other team is better. And exactly, the division rivalry is always a toss-up on who wins. It seems like the Browns are always good to upset the Steelers one time in Cleveland every year, Here's the deal. In reality, only one team wins the Super Bowl. 32 teams go home disappointed. Half those teams are officially their disappointment kind of ends today. Mercifully, thankfully. Then the journey begins next week for a lot of other teams. And only one team's going to win the Super Bowl. And when you're the Steelers and you've won, one for the frickin' thumb. It's not easy. Your expectations are sky high. I'm not going to tell you to lower your expectations because you should not do that. You should always have high expectations of yourself. Yeah. And it's going to lead to disappointment. But all it takes is getting one thing right. And I personally would have full confident faith that eventually the Steelers will get the quarterback position correct. Eventually. I don't know how or when. They need to get a good coordinator. Tomlin, I would keep Tomlin. And if there's any way, like Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson, right? Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson were unison in philosophy, it seemed like. But guess who made the play calls?
Yeah, Ben
Johnson.
Yeah.
And he delegated. Good coaches delegate the responsibilities properly. If you're offensive head coach, you deal with the offense. I hire a really good D coordinator. He handles the defense.
Yeah.
I keep him accountable, but I don't touch that. I don't deal with that.
That's why they're. That's why you hire them, right?
Exactly, and that's why you hire them. I think Tomlin should stay as well, but like we said, we live in this reactionary society and all that other stuff. So I'm gonna spin this one for a penny. You're gonna get some UA store credit. Hopefully, I can do you some solid. Hey, Bradley, you're gonna get $68.
Nice, man.
Your UA store credit account, okay?
Let's go.
It is 11:06, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just take a quick look at this break page one more time. I am going to hop off so that Rob and Alex can get the ball rolling for the noon show. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are live every single day, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. right here on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Random division breaks. We got a lot of great stuff still available in the room. So if you're new, make sure you hop on in, join the chat, say hi. I promise we do not bite. We're happy to answer any questions you guys and gals may have. And yes, I do think Tomlin should stay, but it's the organization that will determine if he stays or goes. Absolutely. Now, luckily for Tomlin and the Steelers, they don't necessarily react to things. They understand that consistency and continuity is important.
Yeah.
So I will be back tomorrow at noon. Unless I hit a life-changing parlay. But you guys always know that's the caveat with me. And you will be waiting forever on that, Scooter, because the Bengals will never... The Bengals might be one of the dumbest organizations ever, but they are not that dumb. They are not that dumb.
We shall see. And real quick for you, BK, do you think Pete Carroll stays with the Raiders, or do you think he was one and done?
I don't know why they hired him in the first place.
I think Pete Carroll. It's gonna all determine on what their quarterback situation looks like. If they end up drafting a quarterback with that first overall pick, and they do not dangle that for a more proven quarterback, who that might be.
Who is the top quarterback prospect this year?
Probably Mendoza with what he's done in Indiana. It's not a strong quarterback class on this, but every year there's going to be a quarterback that
someone's going to do well.
Someone's going to come out and do well. Like Jackson Dart, by the way, Pittsburgh, you had Jackson Dart on the board. I'm just saying that's going to come back to haunt you guys. Not having Jackson Dart.
Again, see if I was the owner of a team like the Steelers, I would be drafting 2 quarterbacks a year until I get this figured out. Until I get this situation figured out. That's what I would be doing, because it's obviously the most important position in all sports.
Yeah, and look, you're not going to win in this league without very, very rare exceptions, very rare occasions are you going to win without having a franchise level quarterback like that. But to answer your question there, Brett, I think, like I said, it all depends on what they do with that pick. If they decide to keep Mendoza, if they decide to draft more from Oregon, whoever it is that they might take first overall, that's the case. I think Pete Carroll's going to be out, because why at his age is he going to want to stay around for a rebuild?
Yeah,
that's not what he signed up for. Yeah. That's not what he's going to sign up for.
And I would say they could use that pick to try and get Joe Burrow, but
I was honestly thinking of it here. I was thinking more along
I asked ChatGPT what it would take to get Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And they're like, well,
the ultimate GM.
Four first rounders and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson to start. I'm like, oh, so you're telling me the Bengals would get Jordan Addison, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase? But no one can throw him the football.
Bring back Browning, baby.
Yeah, right.
Bring back Jake Browning.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Again, thank you for all of you who participated, all who won. And if you guys are in a break right now and it did not fill, it's going to roll over to the noon show. Have fun with Rob and Alex and enjoy your week 8.